Effective immediately. I am banning.
In a shocking twist that has rocked the sports world, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has dropped the hammer, issuing a lifetime ban from the WNBA to none other than Brittney Griner.
For life.
One of the league's most iconic stars. The unprecedented punishment landed after what the league described as an exhaustive internal probe into alleged misconduct, charges ranging from referee manipulation to code of conduct violations, and even whispers of a deeper corruption scandal threatening the very core of women's basketball. Griner, a two-time Olympic gold medalist and longtime face of the WNBA, has yet to break her silence. Her representatives have already assembled a legal team, preparing to appeal what they claim is a deeply flawed process. But with the league under a spotlight and revelations surfacing by the hour, the fate of one of its most recognizable figures is hanging by a thread. Back in the US, Brittney Griner has found more hate than support. The news detonated early this morning at an emergency press conference led by Adam Silver, who has assumed expanded disciplinary powers over the WNBA after scandals rattled prior leadership. Facing a stunned crowd of reporters, Silver declared flatly, "There is no place in professional basketball, or in any sport, for actions that compromise the integrity of the game." After weeks of review, the league concluded that Griner's continued presence was no longer in the best interest of its athletes, its fans, or the WNBA itself. Though Silver avoided specifics, he confirmed the verdict was based on testimony, documents, and damning audio recordings allegedly linking Griner to major breaches of league ethics. Sources suggest the probe ignited months ago after anonymous complaints were filed about suspicious officiating patterns, with accusations that outcomes were being influenced behind closed doors. As investigators dug deeper, they reportedly uncovered troubling emails and covert conversations tying league figures to referee manipulation. Multiple referees and executives have already been quietly suspended or dismissed. While few details have surfaced publicly, insiders say the evidence against Griner includes shadowy discussions about referees and pressure points in critical matchups. The most incriminating piece, they claim, is an audio clip where Griner can allegedly be heard making what investigators described as unacceptable suggestions about handling games and player assignments. Investigators also interviewed several players, among them rising superstar Caitlin Clark and teammate Sophie Cunningham, who reportedly offered testimony referencing unusual team dynamics and off-court influence. None of this has been publicly confirmed, and no criminal charges have been filed. Still, the scope of the investigation and the speed of the ban suggest the league viewed the evidence as too serious to ignore. Griner's camp is pushing back hard. Her attorney calls the punishment unprecedented, unwarranted, and legally indefensible, claiming she was denied due process and a fair chance to counter the allegations. Legal analysts point out that while pro leagues can discipline players through conduct codes, lifetime bans are virtually unheard of and ripe for legal challenge if fairness is shown to be violated. Griner's team is preparing to appeal within the week, possibly through the WNBA Players Association or the courts. Regardless of the outcome, the fallout is already seismic. Brittney Griner has been one of the league's most marketable stars for over a decade. From her dominance at Baylor to her decorated pro and international career, she has been central to the WNBA brand. Her imprisonment in Russia and high-profile return to the US turned her into a global symbol of resilience and human rights, pulling women's basketball into the political spotlight. Now that legacy hangs by a thread, threatened by scandal. Sponsors are circling cautiously. Broadcast deals, merchandise, and partnerships could all be at risk if this escalates further. For a league still fighting for legitimacy, this comes at the worst possible time, just as new stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are fueling unprecedented growth. It's also a defining moment for Adam Silver. Widely praised for his NBA leadership, his move to impose a lifetime ban, the first of its kind in WNBA history, sends a brutal message: no one is above the game's integrity. Yet critics argue the lack of public evidence makes this feel more like a show of strength than justice. Some wonder if Brittney Griner has been made the scapegoat in a league desperate to prove its toughness in the face of broader failures.